The second day of the week is done and dusted, and we got you covered on all the updates on jobs, economy and stocks here on Money Time at Money9. I'm Ajay, and let's kick things off today with some news on mutual funds. Now, a lot of AMCs have been putting out NFOs, but despite all of that, the growth rate of the assets under management, that is the AUM of the mutual fund industry in 2022 was just 1/3 of 2021. Adding to that, less number of mutual fund accounts were opened in 2022. Experts say that uncertainty in stock markets and changing interest rate scenarios have played on the minds of the investors. In 2022, that is last year, a total of 2 crore mutual fund accounts were opened, although this was marginally lower than that in 2021. Currently, of course, there are more than 14 crore mutual fund accounts in the country, while the total AUM of the industry is just under 40 lakh crore rupees. And we move on to job openings. So those who have just got laid off or who are looking for a job, then this news is for you. IT services giant TCS, or should I say India's largest software exporter, has said that it will hire up to 1.5 lakh new employees in the next financial year. Now, this is despite the fact that there have been a lot of layoffs recently in various big techs. TCS's chief HR, Milind Lakkad, said that, and I quote, that they are now looking up to hire about 40,000 freshers in FY24. Although he added that the IT services firm had reported an increasing rate of employee attrition in the December quarter. More than 2,000 employees left their jobs and shifted to other companies. Currently, the employee strength of the IT giant stood at more than 6 lakh employees. The company also announced a total dividend of 75 rupees for its shareholders on the back of an 11% increase in its third quarter profit at 10,846 crore rupees. And the rising interest lending rate continues as another public sector lender, Indian Overseas Banks, has increased its lending rates. Now, this has come into effect from today, that is Tuesday. It has raised 1-year MCLR to 8.3%. Overall, it has hiked MCLR by 0.5% across tenures. The interest rates on various types of loans are tied up with 1-year MCLR of banks. So home loans, auto loans and other types of consumer loans with the Indian Overseas Bank will also become further costlier. Now, the new rates are in force since January 10, 2023, that is today. Up next, good news for retail investors coming in from Sebi. Now, if you are frustrated with regular incidents of stock exchanges facing technical outage and disruptions, then Sebi has got some good news for you. Sebi is planning to make it compulsory for stock exchanges to give additional time to investors if they face any technical outage while trading stocks. There were instances when investors were hugely impacted by regular technical outages in the exchanges. Sebi's actions will give huge relief to intraday investors. And sticking on with more updates from Sebi, now investors will be able to purchase debt securities through almost all types of digital payment mechanisms. Be it UPI or be it net banking, you can use any mode of digital payment to invest in debt securities. You can use UPI to buy listed corporate bonds, commercial papers and securitized debt instruments from any website. Earlier, only investors using net banking were allowed to invest in debt securities. This move from Sebi is expected to give ease of convenience to retail investors. And now we move on to something coming in from the Reserve Bank of India. The Apex Bank has released a revised list of accredited credit rating agencies. Let's see which agencies feature on this list. These include Acquite, CARE, ICRA, CRISIL, India Ratings and Informerics. In last October, the RBI had dropped Brickwork ratings from this list. This means there are only 6 domestic accredited credit rating agencies in the country. The reports of these agencies help investors in taking more informed decision on their investment. And moving on now, we will focus on economy and some positive note for the Indian economy coming in from the Chief Economic Advisor V. Anantha Nageshwaran, who has said that India is expected to be a $7 trillion economy by 2030. Now, by the end of the current financial year itself, India will be a $3 trillion economy. The government had previously said that India would become a $5 trillion economy by 2025. The NSO had earlier pegged nominal GDP of 15% for FY23. Nageswaran further said that the government had made groundbreaking changes in the economy with the implementation of GST, Jan Dhan Yojana and the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. The corporate sector was now deleveraged and willing to borrow, and banks are having low NPAs and are also keen to lend. All these factors put together will pave the way for a robust economic growth. And now an important update on Jio 5G. Citizens in some more cities in states like Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Kerala can now also use 5G connections of Reliance Jio. They'll be invited to the Jio welcome offer to experience unlimited data at a speed of up to 1 GBs. They can use 5G at no additional cost. Jio's 5G is now available in 85 cities throughout the country. Jio has launched 5G services in important tourism and commerce destinations as well as key education hubs of the country. Citizens are not required to pay any extra cost. They can use 5G connection on their active 4G tariff plans. And now we move on to some IPO news. A subsidiary of IT services firm Cient has filed preliminary papers with capital markets regulator Sebi to raise funds through an initial public offering. The company is Cient DLM. The IPO will comprise fresh issue of new equity shares of up to 740 crore rupees. There are reports that current shareholders of the parent company Cient may get to apply in the IPO on a quota basis. More information will be disclosed on this matter in the time to come. And now if you're looking, or should I say dreaming to buy a limousine, then you must watch this news. BMW has driven in a low-cost limousine at 57.9 lakh rupees. The new BMW 3 Series Grand Limousine is available in both petrol and diesel variants. BMW claims that the limousine is locally manufactured in India. The petrol variant can accelerate to 100 km per hour in just 6.2 seconds. Diesel variant will be slightly slower. BMW Group India had earlier announced that it had its best ever year in 2022. It had sold almost 12,000 cars in the country. And we bring an end to this Money Time edition. India's biggest fintech player Paytm has come out with impressive December quarter results. Its loan disbursement has jumped more than 3-fold times to almost 10,000 crore rupees in the third quarter of the current financial year, while monthly transacting users, better known as MTU, has amplified 32% to 8.5 crore. The MTU figure is only for December and not for the entire quarter. Its board said that their focus over the past few quarters is on increasing the payment volumes that generate profitability. The fintech player provides loans to its customers and merchants in partnerships with NBFCs. When it comes to Paytm devices, it now has 58 lakh merchants on board. These merchants are constantly paying for the services. In the third quarter of FY23, the number of total devices deployed by the fintech player more than doubled to 58 lakh on a year-on-year basis. Well, that's it for today here on Money Time at Money9. Stay tuned to Money9 English's YouTube channel and download the Money9 app. This is me, Ajay, signing off. Take care and good night.